morning. Good morning, everyone, and welcome into the Bozard Ford studio for the St. Johns County show that's on in the morning. We have the county holding... Sorry, I was told I was an awful person because I don't like Waffle House. Seconds before the camera went live.
I usually say you're doing great right before, so 100%. I had to catch off.
You got me. We have the county holding a public meeting on the polarizing Troy Trail. The city's vice mayor wants inflatable Christmas characters taken down. State Senator Leak's bill gets sent to the Senate floor. And how does the alligator farm keep those alligators warm? We'll get to all that and more, but first we want to thank Bozard Ford. Since 1949, Bozard Ford Lincoln has been more than just a dealership. It's a local legacy built on trust, family values, and a commitment to doing things the right way. Proudly serving St. Augustine and beyond for 75 years, Bozard offers award-winning service, unbeatable selection, and a state-of-the-art facility with 91 climate-controlled service bays, a quick lane for no appointment-needed maintenance, and even Ford's Garage restaurant right there on site. Recognized with the Triple Crown Award and President's Awards, Bozard Ford Lincoln is where hometown service meets national excellence. Great pricing, friendly faces, and a better buying experience are just off I-95 and State Road 16. Bozard Ford Lincoln, they are driven to inspire. Also, a big shout out to all of our amazing sponsors. We've got Fidus Roofing, Old Town Trolley, Bin 39 Wine Bar, B&S Signs, Chiba Hut Toasted Subs, Chris Lucero Bail Bonds, St. Augustine Handy House, and Sunny's Barbecue. You can support all of our wonderful sponsors and support us with your likes, comments, and shares. You can follow us on Instagram, subscribe on YouTube and Rumble, and download our app from the Apple App Store. All right, good morning, everybody.
Hey, happy hump day.
Are you having Waffle House for hump day?
Yeah. No, I love Waffle House. I think they have the best hash browns.
Yeah?
Smothered and covered.
I'm not a hash brown person.
Oh, well, that might be the problem.
Maybe that's the problem.
Maybe that's the problem. Because Waffle House, I don't eat waffles at Waffle House. I usually do like the regular breakfast, but I go for the hash browns.
I'm more of a pancake girly than a waffle girly. So
So you're more of an IHOP person?
If it wasn't so sticky.
It's
always sticky.
You talking about the floor or the table?
Everything.
Or the seats,
it's always sticky.
Yeah.
They can figure out how to get that syrup up, maybe.
All right, I want to clean something up because, like, on State Road 16, there was a police escort that was happening today.
Okay.
We've been hosting here in St. Augustine the last couple of days a lot of the Florida cabinet. The lieutenant governor was here. The governor was here. There was 60 of the 67 sheriffs were here. The U.S. Senate, U.S. Congress people. And it all wraps up today. So if you saw some escorts going through town, that's what's going on.
Got some VIPs rolling through?
Well, they're rolling out right now. So, but that's what was happening out there. I got several different texts this morning saying, "What's going on?"
Yeah.
So I waited until right now to let everybody know what was happening.
I have people on my side in the comments saying that they don't know if they've ever even been to a Waffle House. I don't know that I've ever been sober. I mean, outside, there was a very brief period of time where before I went to college, like anytime someone was moving away to go to school, like they would pack up their car and then they would meet at Waffle House, whatever hour of the day it was. And it's because that was the only place that was open at like 3 a.m. And so
that's how I fell in love with it.
Yeah. So, like, I don't know that I've ever been sober or, like, not saying goodbye to a friend. So maybe I just have bad connotations.
And believe it or not, it is open when you're sober.
Yes.
I mean, unlike Taco Bell.
But as far as the business goes, there's a fat electrician video on Waffle House that's actually kind of amazing. Like, the logistical nature of the business and how efficient it is that the government was like, yeah, we'll just listen to you.
Yeah. One of the interview questions is, how well do you fight? Yeah. When you get hired as a cook at Waffle House.
Yeah. What do you do when a chair is thrown at you?
Yeah. All right, question of the day.
Yeah.
Hi, good morning, everyone. Hi.
Good morning,
Hey, Blake.
Hi.
We took up all your time.
Sorry.
Question of the day: how do you like your pancakes?
How do you like pancakes? I'm basic. I'm a maple syrup girly, and I don't do like flavored maple syrup.
If you added anything to your pancakes,
Whipped
what
cream.
might it be? Whipped cream. Okay.
I like a lot of butter and syrup, and if I'm gonna add something to it, it's gonna be whipped cream, maybe chocolate in some form.
Okay.
But
like little chips or something, or
like syrup, like
Gotcha.
syrup and yeah, probably that. I don't want a lot of like crunchy stuff in my pancakes.
Blake, what are you? Pancakes.
I think I'm just kind of basic, like with the maple syrup, maybe a little bit of powdered sugar if they have it on top, but like fruit topping if they have like the banana, I'm fine with banana.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I'm the same way. I would lead with the powdered sugar,
Okay.
because you can never go wrong.
Never go wrong.
Never go wrong with powdered sugar and a little bit of banana in there.
Yeah.
But I'm not a huge pancake and waffle person because when I eat them, I feel like they are growing in my stomach 20 seconds after I've eaten. Like, oh gosh, because they taste amazing.
Yes.
Everyone has to agree pancakes taste amazing.
They are so.
If you don't agree with that, we can't be friends. That's why I gave you the awful person. But everyone agrees, but they just grow in my stomach. I feel like a pancake is the one thing that makes me the most uncomfortable after I eat because I can't stop in time.
This became a point of contention in my marriage because my husband would make pancakes or waffles, and he would make a ton of them, and then he'd be like, for breakfast on like a Saturday, and he'd be like, you never have my pancakes, like you never are, they're having this like big pancake breakfast, and like I can't start my day with pancakes. That's the end of my day. If I start it with pancakes, it's done. I'm in a sugar coma.
Yeah.
So I was like,
I'm with you.
if we do breakfast for dinner, I can have pancakes then because now I'm just going to bed.
Yeah.
That's the end of my day. I don't have to be active. I don't have to think. Like I get so brain foggy and I'll just take a nap after I have a big pancake meal. So it's,
they knock me down too.
yeah, it's an end of the day thing for me. It's not a start of the day thing.
Sound off.
Sound off.
What are we doing?
Two things you guys didn't say before the show. It's your fault.
For sure said it. I definitely said it. But you didn't listen to the awful person.
At least the calendar didn't go off this morning.
Yeah.
Now it's time for Quick Check the Weather.
It's still cold.
That Quick Check the Weather brought to you by Bin 39. Discover one of St. Augustine's best kept secrets. Bin 39, tucked inside St. George Inn at the north end of St. George Street, with over 95 boutique wines, 50 of them rated 90 points or higher by Robert Parker. It's the perfect spot for a romantic date night or a relaxing after-work unwind. Sit by the glass or the bottle in a serene courtyard setting and enjoy live music throughout the week. Open daily 8 a.m. to 8 p.m. to stop by and say, I'll have what Irving's having. Bin 39, your taste to discover. All right, buckle up, baby. It's a Hit the Blake's traffic report.
Traffic's moving fine.
It is moving fine.
A lot less people on the roads this morning. I'm guessing a lot of people are enjoying the breakfast at Waffle House this morning.
Yeah.
Facts.
I was just seeing if we saw any of the
Nice and
escorts of our dignitaries leaving town.
All right, that Hit the Blake's traffic report brought to you by Old Town Trolley. Climb aboard Old Town Trolley and experience over 500 years of history in the heart of St. Augustine. This fully narrated 90-minute tour features 22 convenient stops and covers more than 100 points of interest, including iconic landmarks like the Castillo de San Marcos, the Fountain of Youth, and Flagler's Historic Hotel. With open-air views and all-day hop-on, hop-off access, it's the most fun and flexible way to explore the nation's oldest city. Your ticket also includes free admission to the St. Augustine History Museum, and local St. Johns County residents ride free with full fare guests through the Hometown Pass program. Sign up today at hometownpass.com. Old Town Trolley, the best way to see St. Augustine one stop at a time. All right, we've got an update on yesterday's Sing Out Loud story.
All right. Yeah, we have to do an update on yesterday's story. I spoke with the people over at the events division over there, the nonprofit. Gabe Pellissier was kind enough to kind of let me know what was happening and to kind of clear up some things. The date that they chose in February, it was pulled off the agenda. The date that they chose in February had another conflict with it, with the CPS festival.
All right.
So they're still in search of a date. The conversation is ongoing. One of the reasons they couldn't do the one in September is the extreme cost of the insurance.
Okay.
So like I said yesterday, I understood why they're trying to move it. But they're trying to work on a date that works for everyone, and it's a challenge. It's a challenge because they got to coordinate with the city. It's not their facility. They got to coordinate with artists as they're coming in and as they're rotating in, and then they got to coordinate with the tourist group themselves to make it beneficial to everybody who's involved. So I appreciate Gabe. I appreciate their team working on it and having those conversations with me yesterday. But I wanted to give that update out there that it is still an ongoing thing, because I know Seeing Out Loud is important to a lot of people out there. It is an ongoing discussion, and they're trying to work it through because it does mean a lot to us in the economy.
All right. Our first story is brought to you by Tony Belvins.
TonyBelvins.com.
County to hold public meeting on polarizing St. Augustine South path proposal. St. Johns County is inviting residents to weigh in on a proposed waterfront trail project that has sparked growing debate in the community. County officials will host a public open house February 11th to present the finalized plan for the Shore Drive Trail, a 3.25-mile multi-use path proposed along Shore Drive between Doug Crane Boat Ramp and Moultrie Boat Ramp. The meeting runs from 5:30 to 6:30 p.m. in the St. Augustine South Improvement Association on Royal Road. County staff will present design details and gather public feedback before commissioners decide whether to move forward. Supporters say the trail would improve pedestrian and bike safety along a busy roadway while minimizing impacts to Shore Drive Waterfront Park. Plans call for a 5-foot wide paved path using asphalt in standard areas and boardwalk sections in environmentally sensitive zones designed to preserve the existing landscape. But opponents argue the project could permanently change the natural character of the waterfront. Some residents worry about tree root damage, wildlife disruption, and increased urbanization of the park. Others question whether a paved trail is necessary, suggesting lower cost safety improvements instead. As part of community outreach, the county has launched an online survey asking residents whether they support or oppose the project. The survey will remain open until March 1st, 2026. The results will be presented to the Board of County Commissioners before a final decision is made. County leaders say public impact will play a key role in determining the future of the Shore Drive Trail. All right. I mean, I've driven down there. It is a busy road. People are driving fast. It is gorgeous. I get why we don't want to change the character, but we need to get people in a safer location.
There's people that jog on there. There's people that walk with trailers and this are with strollers.
Yeah.
And I proposed this 20 plus years ago. And it came up with so much opposition at that time, it went away. Mm-hmm. And then it came back probably about 7-8 years ago. Still had my name on it, even though I'd been retired for 7 years.
Yeah.
So that's why it's Troy's Trail. Is what.
Yes.
To me, it makes sense, but I don't live in that neighborhood.
Yeah.
I listened to the people 20 years ago. To me, it is better for those jogging, those using it, kids in that neighborhood. There's still a lot of kids in that neighborhood. It's a lot safer situation. The problem that I had 20 years ago, and it's still a problem today, because I use those boat ramps every once in a while, is the people that live across the street treat that area as their own yard. Mm-hmm. And they have for years.
Yes.
Even though it's always been county property. So that's breaking that habit is part of the pushback, and you're changing the vista a little bit, but you're not going to see the trail from your house. It's going to be it's flat. It's going to be there. It blends in with it.
Yeah.
So I was in favor of it 20 years ago. I'm still in favor of it today. Mm-hmm. But like I said, I don't live in that neighborhood. I think they're giving people, bless you, Blake, plenty of opportunity to have this conversation. Can you hand me one of the erasables? My pen has died.
Yes.
Did you hit the TV?
Huh?
No. He bounced it off the sound padding.
Yes.
Okay, good.
I promise.
My TV. I can hit it if I want to.
Oh, no. Don't do it. All right. So, I mean, I like safe places for people to walk. So, I'm for it, but I'm not the one who's
I think
default front yard is going to change.
yeah, and like I said, it was a very very rough first introduction of this, and I still, like I said, I still think it's a good plan.
Allegedly, this isn't why you're not at the county anymore.
No, this
Other reasons.
no, there was a
Reasons.
Yes.
yeah.
But we'll say I definitely am glad you got out before the rise of pickleball.
Oh yeah, me too.
The scourge that is pickleball. All right. Moving into the next story, St. Augustine Vice Mayor wants crackdown on inflatable Christmas character decorations for businesses. Yay. St. Augustine city leaders are looking to tighten enforcement of holiday decoration rules in the historic district with a particular focus on oversized inflatable displays. Because that'll fix all the problems.
Yes, that's where we really are struggling in the world.
Vice Mayor Barbara Blonder raised concerns that large blow-up decorations used by some businesses do not fit the character of the city's iconic core. She noted that the Bayfront area became crowded with arches, snowmen, and other inflatables during the holiday season, and said the city should make enforcement of existing regulations a priority because joy is illegal. City Attorney Isabel Lopez explained that St. Augustine's municipal code already restricts commercial and institutional properties in the historic district to white holiday lights only. Inflatable decorations are technically permitted only at residential properties, though enforcement has historically been relaxed. You know, Christmas spirit and all. Lopez acknowledged that the city has taken a light approach in the past because holiday characters like snowmen, the Grinch, and other festive figures are part of American Christmas culture. In addition to decorations, Blonder also suggested the city explore new rules on vendors operating in the historic district. She cited a commercial photo booth in the plaza as an example of a business use she believes does not align with the old city's historic atmosphere because no one wants pictures of history.
Don't go
City
there.
staff are expected to review enforcement options and possible ordinance updates in the coming months. So is this going to save all of us and solve all of the problems?
Well, guess what, city? You have a very large Christmas tree. Each bulb that has color is a code violation. So are you going to...
Don't forget the presents underneath.
Are you going to write yourself a code violation for each bulb that isn't in the code? Let the kids have fun.
There's also...
Let the kids have fun.
There's a tradition of having hidden colored lights, and that's a fun thing every year for people to find that. Are you going to find the people who put the 3 colored lights in the plaza?
Our hotels spend tens of thousands of dollars for our guests. And, you know, none of our guests complained about it.
No. None of the people spending money in the city.
Yeah. None of them complained about it. So
weird.
And we spend millions of dollars on our hotels to make them look
gorgeous,
exactly the way the city asked us to make them look.
I would argue
you're worried about an inflatable.
That rather than complaining, people actually really appreciated it because anytime I was downtown, and I'm downtown a lot during Nights of Lights, working in the city, that, you know, they're stopping and they're taking pictures in front of these displays. And that gets them walking around. All of these different displays gets them walking around. They walk around. They need to stop and have drink. They need to stop and have refreshments, snacks, whatever. They're spending money. If they're walking around, they're spending money in our shops. And that's just it.
Let people have fun at Christmas time. We have enough hard stuff going on in our world. Just let them have fun.
If you want to fix a problem, there was workforce parking set out, which was a great idea. But the restrictions in order to access that workforce parking meant that the parking lot near Pierre's Pub, I can't remember the name of it, it was almost always empty. because the employees that typically parked in that workforce
get to
housing
them.
area are in businesses that had smaller than 50 employees. And so they didn't qualify for those workforce parking permits. And so they had to walk past an empty workforce parking lot in order to get into their job from parking way out and who knows where. So maybe that's a problem we could look at, is tightening up the how do people access workforce parking so that's as efficient as possible for small businesses, rather than taking a giant steaming dump on fun.
Yeah. Let people have fun. We deserve it. We all work hard. So, all right. And those people should have some property rights too. But biggest violator I saw,
City?
per bulb.
Right in the middle of the plaza.
Per
Right in
bulb.
the middle.
Read the code if you want.
And it's very
'Cause I have.
interesting to me that they choose. Okay, this is a personal pet peeve for me, but our white lights are all warm tone white lights, and they always pick very cool tone colored lights. And so not only are they colored lights, they're also a cool tone, which stands out even more. So you can do a warm tone colored light, and that would fit in with the warm tone white lights better, but they never choose that. They choose the super cool tone, like LED whatevers, and they stand out even more like a sore thumb.
We had a great success. We had a great success on Night of Lights. Things went very well. I mean, I gave the city a B+.
Yeah.
Because I wanted them to have some room for improvement.
Yep.
When city manager David Burcham was in here. And I think there is some room for improvement, and hopefully we have an A, but let's not get tied up in silliness. And that's what it is. It's just silliness. So, yeah.
Yep.
We have bigger issues.
Yeah, I definitely agree with that, and definitely the big thing is like what I had to do some of Christmas inflatables. Yeah, so but the big thing is like sure it like go ahead and focus on the inflatables, but the big thing is like for next year when the King Street Bridge closes, you got to work on traffic management.
It's gonna be. I don't know if they can plan for what we're about to see.
Oh yeah, it's gonna be awful.
Boy.
So.
Happy
Well,
2026.
On that happy note, Gas Buddy Gas Report. Tell us in the comments what gas prices are looking like around you. Sunoco on North Ponce de Leon Boulevard is at $2.63. Gate on Mizell Road is at $2.66. Shell at 216 Ponce de Leon Boulevard is at $2.79. Shell at 146 King Street is at $2.79. Sunoco on South Ponce is $2.79. Owens on South Ponce is $2.80. Mobile and Circle K on South Ponce is $2.81. Gate at US 1 North is $2.86. Circle K on 207 is $2.86. A1A Discount Beverage is at $2.89. All right, that Gas Buddy Gas Report is brought to you by Chris Lucero Bail Bonds. Trouble with the law? Call the name St. Augustine has trusted for years. Chris Lucero Bail Bonds, available 24/7. Their experienced and compassionate team works fast to get you or your loved one out of jail and back home. From paperwork to release, they make the process simple, discreet, and stress-free. No judgment, just help when you need it most. When time matters, remember the name and the number. Chris Lucero Bail Bonds at 904-822-BAIL. That's 904-822-2245. Got live music today. It's a little busier today. Jim Lamb's at Milltop Tavern at noon. Reggie Starrett is at Milltop Tavern at 12:30. Smoke and Joe Showers at Trade Winds at 1 o'clock. Carpetbaggers is at Hurricane Grill and Wings at 5 o'clock. Mark Hart is at Trade Winds at 5 o'clock. Brett Blackshear is at Casa Divino 57 at 5:30. Jim Johnson's at Old Coast Ales at 6 o'clock. Gary Douglas Campbell is at OC White's at 6 o'clock. Dewey Vaya is at Ann O'Malley's at 6 o'clock. Shyla Macaluso is at Harry's at 6 o'clock. Matt Wilson is at Cortesi's at 7. We have trivia with Troy, Blake, and Aiden at Amici's at 7 o'clock. And then Gabriel Rutledge is at Cafe 11 at 8 o'clock. He's a very fun comedian. If you haven't seen his shorts or videos, he's a funny dude. All right, that music report is brought to you by Fidus Roofing. When it comes to protecting your home, trust Fidus Roofing and Construction, voted best of St. Augustine every year since 2012. As a GAF Master Elite contractor, Fidus installs the GAF Lifetime Roofing System and expert metal roofs built to withstand Florida's toughest weather. From emergency repairs to full replacements, plus pavers and gutters, Fidus delivers quality, durability, and energy savings with every job. For Fidus Roofing, call 904-355-ROOF. That's 904-355-7663. Fidus Roofing, where trust is built from the top down. All right, we've got tap into the trends with the good Troy.
All right.
All right. What would you say outside of dog poo is the worst thing to step on in the middle of the night when you're walking through your house barefoot?
But definitely Legos.
So like Legos and feet are a great association, right?
Yeah, that's yeah. I know where we're going with this, but this is just a horrible idea.
It's just the perfect association because I know nothing says comfort and joy with my feet like Legos.
Like Legos, the only thing that's worse than a Lego, and this was when I was a child and my sister had these, is jacks.
Jacks are terrible.
Jack, if you step on a jack, might as well run through Sandspur pits.
So I sent pictures to Blake. If you are a Croc lover and love to step on Legos, we have the shoes for you. Mm-hmm. Croc wearing Lego collectors. We have a collab made in, I don't know, HE double hockey sticks. What is this?
Yeah,
what is this?
You're actually not stepping on the Lego. You're stepping into the Lego at this point.
It's also made out of rubber, so it defeats the whole purpose of stepping on a Lego.
Crocs shaped like big
that is still
red
just
Lego
hideous and
bricks.
awful. I mean, like, you can't even lay on the couch with those.
Good Housekeeping says they're honestly perfect for anyone experimenting with fun footwear, whether you're a Lego fan or not. According to Crocs, the new shoes are built with the brand's iconic Cross-Lite material, also known as soft, cushy EVA. So just like all other Crocs in the market, you'll have the foot strap in the back to ensure a snug fit. Did you see how big that foot strap is?
That's if you go in sport mode.
If you're in sport mode, absolutely.
Yeah, if you lock your Crocs in sport mode.
But can you put it in what is non-sport mode?
It'll slide forward.
I mean, it'll just look like you've got a windshield on your
tell
Lego.
them the price. Tell them the price of these Legos.
Oh, they're very economic in these hard times, as you mentioned.
Yeah.
I mean, in order to look like you're from the Lego movie or were dropped as a child, you get to spend $150.
A measly $150. And you can't buy one at a time for $75. You got to buy them both. Mm-hmm. So,
I mean, you could go.
And
in
I don't
with
think
a
there's a left and right in this situation.
It doesn't look like it.
So
there is. Okay, if you look at the picture where he doesn't have feet in it. There is a little dent for the heel.
Okay, gotcha.
So I wonder if there's a footprint inside. Maybe
probably
it's
so.
Shaped like a Croc inside the brick, and it's not just the big
shape to your foot on the inside. Yeah.
I don't know. Why? What are we doing? This is obviously not really. Yeah, it is. So it has the footprint of a Croc inside of that brick.
But it looks like you can't put it in non-sport mode. You can put it in
you
leisure mode.
It'll just look even dumber.
Yeah, well, I don't know. If it looks, I think you're going for attention on this point.
100%. And you're getting these to put it on a shelf. I don't think you're getting these to actually wear it. These clogs are sold in women's sizes 7 through 12 and men's sizes 5 through 13. So if you've got an extra $150 laying around and you want to look like a goober, Lego Crocs. Get them for Mother's Day and Father's Day. Your Valentine will be very happy.
And Rebecca makes a very good point. We're out here buying Labubus.
I'm not.
I'm not.
I am neither buying Labubus.
There's a guy with
Crocs.
2 thumbs who's bought Labubus.
I'm sorry, Dad.
It happens.
See you coming.
I bought you stupid Crocs in your day.
Yeah.
So you were a Croc lover.
At least they were functional and they actually looked like actual shoes.
Yeah, and so were those little things you put in that I bought that have zero
gibbets?
function. Yeah, gibbets or whatever those things were. Because you had like 20 of those in each foot.
Those broke my toenails twice.
Yeah.
So the shoe that leads to the most injuries are Crocs, according to podiatrist, just so you know. And have you ever seen the movie Idiocracy?
Yes.
The makers of Idiocracy are like, how are we going to dress these people to drive the point home?
Oh, yeah. This is when Crocs was
dumb.
first coming out.
And they found this struggling startup shoe company.
Yeah.
And they looked at these shoes and they're like,
Those are idiotic.
okay, these are the most idiotic shoes on the planet. This is never going to take off.
And then they blew
so
up.
we're not going to get sued for trashing this company. So we'll put people in Crocs. And then that movie did it made almost no money. But then Crocs became what they are now.
Oh.
Yeah.
Idiocracy, I thought it did okay. Or did it
It
do
was
okay
kind of
later?
a bomb.
It did okay later.
Yeah,
I
it
think
was
it
a
did
sleeper
okay
hit.
later.
Yeah.
It was more of a DVD sales
Yeah.
and I don't even know if it's streaming anymore. Yeah. So they were the shoes that Hollywood decided that
What's
idiots would wear.
Yeah.
And they wouldn't get sued for saying idiots wear them.
Well, there is another candidate for dumbest shoe of all time.
For sure.
I believe it was released 3 years ago.
Those red boots.
Yep.
The Mario boots.
The Pac-Man boots.
Well, I mean, I'm sorry. The jellies from the 80s that the girls wore.
Those are torture, but at least they looked cute because they were sparkly.
Yeah, but they left little marks on the girls would take off their jellies and then they'd have like
Mangled.
zigzag spiderweb feet.
Yeah.
Those were horrible.
Mangled.
And if they went anywhere, any place dusty,
but they looked cuter.
Yeah, okay.
Okay.
Those just
If you say so.
All right. Got another one here. I want your thoughts.
All right.
The Adidas golden wing shoes.
Oh, those are styling.
I
bet I can run fast in those.
I would rather wear the gold Trump sneakers than
Those are the Mercury shoes.
I'm not wearing those.
What is it?
either.
Hermes, the messenger of the
Yeah.
gods. That looks like a messenger of the gods shoes.
100%. All right, that Tap Into the Trends is brought to you by St. Augustine Handy House. Need a custom or prefab portable building that's built to last? Come to St. Augustine Handy House, proudly owned by Troy Usina Enterprises and serving the community since 1988. With over 70 structures in stock, from sheds and barns to carports and offices, you'll find the perfect fit for your needs. Every building includes free delivery, leveling, and anchoring, plus easy financing options. Visit them on State Road 16, open Monday through Saturday, or call 904-823-9092. St. Augustine Handy House, where quality meets convenience and community matters. All right, moving back into the news. Bill raising minimum penalty for cop killers sent to Senate floor again, despite legal concerns. A bill that would significantly increase penalties for crimes committed against law enforcement officers is moving closer to a full vote in the Florida Senate. The Senate Rules Committee voted 19-3 to advance SB 156, also known as the Officer Jason Rayner Act. The legislation would raise the minimum sentence for manslaughter in the death of a law enforcement officer to life in prison without parole. Supporters say the change is needed to close a glitch in state law that can allow lesser sentences in cases involving the killing of police officers. The bill is named after Daytona police officer Jason Rayner, who was shot and killed during a lawful detention in 2021. The suspect, Othel Wallace, was convicted of manslaughter and sentenced to 30 years in prison rather than first-degree murder. Bill sponsor, Senator Tom Link of St. Augustine, says current law can confuse juries about when resistance to arrest is lawful, and the bill would make clear that such determinations belong in the courtroom, not on the street. However, the measure faced sharp criticism from defense attorneys. Aaron Waite, president-elect of the Florida Association of Criminal Defense Lawyers, argued that prosecutors already have the authority to seek life sentences in such cases under existing law. He said the lighter sentence in the Rayner case resulted from how the verdict was prepared, not from a flaw in the statute. Waite also warned that the bill removes important legal distinctions surrounding unintentional deaths and could create contradictory standards regarding police use of force. Despite the objections, the bill received strong backing from major law enforcement organizations, including the Florida Sheriff's Association, Police Chiefs Association, and Police Benevolent Association. Supporters say the legislation is about honoring fallen officers and ensuring clarity and accountability in the law. The bill also expands protections to include correctional, probation, and auxiliary officers, increasing penalties for assaults against officers, and establishes a good faith standard for police conduct during arrest. SB 156 now heads to the Senate floor for a vote. A companion bill is moving through the Florida House. What are your thoughts?
I mean, it seems like seems like a good bill for me. I mean, I don't have any opposition to this. So any crimes against a law enforcement officer is, should have a little extra to it.
All right. And what are your thoughts on Aaron Waits saying that the verdict was prepared in such a way that it allowed the jury to give a lesser sentence to Rayner, and that that's not a loophole? Because that seems to be the example of a loophole.
Yeah, I think it is a loophole.
Yeah.
I mean, I didn't hear the whole case, so I mean, I kind of stay away from, the legalities, because the story doesn't always tell you the details,
Mm-hmm.
and the details are what's important. And
Yeah.
that's why we rely on a jury of our peers
Mm-hmm.
to make these decisions, because they're getting to hear 100% of it.
Yep.
Opinion. I try and avoid opinions like this. So.
Right on.
Okay.
Okay.
Not trying to dodge it, but it's just, I don't know what the details are, and there could be a detail in there that could be a major factor. So,
Yeah.
Yeah. So,
Right.
and Bobby's concerned that you got stepped on your forehead by a large cat.
I did, but I wanted to.
Oh, okay.
All right. How the St. Augustine Alligator Farm keeps animals warm during cold temperatures. As temperatures drop across northeast Florida, the St. Augustine Alligator Farm is taking extra steps to keep animals safe and warm. Zoo staff activate cold weather protocols when temperatures fall below certain thresholds. That includes adding heat lamps, turning on space heaters, warming pools, and in some cases, moving animals indoors overnight. Every pool at the park is kept in the low to mid 70s, even when outside temperatures fall into the teens. The lagoons are supported by a hot water loop system and additional heaters that can raise water temperatures close to 100 degrees. On especially cold mornings, visitors may notice steam rising from the water. Native species like alligators can tolerate colder weather and are often still seen basking outside. But many of the farm's animals come from tropical climates and require extra protection. Heat support begins when temperatures drop below 65 degrees, and animals are brought indoors when temperatures approach 40 degrees. Zoo leaders say some animals may be less visible during cold snaps, but winter visits still offer unique experiences for guests. Cold weather protocols will remain in place until temperatures return to normal. All right.
Mm-hmm.
Have you seen the videos of alligators like frozen in swamps?
Mm-hmm.
They're wild.
They just don't move. I mean,
well, they go dormant when the
Yeah.
temperatures drop. They're cold-blooded animals,
Mm-hmm.
and so there's been times when hard freezes have hit South Carolina and Georgia, and then you can walk through the parks,
Mm-hmm.
and they'll put their nose up to the surface, and it'll freeze around them.
Yeah.
And so it's not that they are just leaving the hole; they're just still at that point.
Yeah.
So they're not going up and down; they're just still. But that way, they can still breathe, and they're dormant until it thaws.
Yeah. I mean, like, have you ever been to Blue Springs down
When I was really little,
Atlanta?
yeah.
All right, and they have a great camera, a live cam at Blue Springs on the manatees.
Yeah.
It's like when it gets cold, because the springs stay at like 72
Mhm.
degrees, and then they all just pile in.
Yeah.
Like it's like 500-600 manatees, just like, oh.
It just looks like a sack of potatoes.
Yeah, that's what it looks like. So that's kind of the vision that I had when we were talking about cold weather.
Yeah.
Like that's the best time to go to the springs,
Uh-huh.
because you can almost walk across. It's not legal.
You're not allowed. But
Don't touch the manatees.
theoretically,
You could. Don't. But
Don't do it.
Could.
protected by law,
yeah.
you will get arrested.
But yeah, if you get a chance, show it to your kids today. The
pull it up.
live cam at Blue Springs, because I guarantee you today it's just
I was trying
crazy.
to
All this week it's probably crazy
I
there.
was trying to coordinate with a friend who was in a different part of the state to go to Blue Springs over Christmas break.
Mhm.
And so I liked them on Facebook. So whenever the temperatures drop, I always see their update on their manatee count.
Mm.
And dude, it's crazy. I haven't checked it yet today. Usually it comes out right after the show. So you should check it. It's
Is
pretty
the
funny.
zip line still working over there? I thought they took that out. I don't know.
Last time I was there, the zip line was still in place.
It was still in place. Okay,
Yeah.
I thought it was removed. I don't know. I haven't been there forever.
So, Melissa, the gators don't really need cold water shelters. They do have back of zoo space where they can take animals, and most of them, if you look in their enclosures in like Crocodile Island, they have sort of a house. They have like a little gator house that they can go
Little
into.
covered area.
So they do have, for the species that need it, they do have cold weather shelters. for them. It's mostly the non-native species that need a shelter, though.
Yeah, it won't be a whole lot of activity this weekend.
No, no, because cold-blooded animals they stay still. They go dormant. That's why iguanas get cold shocked.
They fall out of the tree.
It's because they're cold-blooded and they just go dormant, and so they reserve all of their energy just to stay alive to make it through the cold temperatures.
Yeah, they fall out of trees.
Yeah, I mean, frogs can do that too. Snakes can do that. There are some turtle and tortoise species that bury themselves for months at a time during cold weather and hibernate. So they have strategies for handling the cold weather as cold-blooded animals.
Melissa asked if we can do that frozen gator pick. So
oh yeah.
See how quickly you can activate, Blake.
Troy, how do you want to check the comments today?
On this Woodens Day.
What?
Woodens Day. I don't know where he was going with
Okay.
that. I will wildly wander through the wide world of the waking wonderful watchers.
That
wow.
Wild Woden's wander.
Woden's Day.
It's so wild. It looks crazy. Looks like an alien. It's
there it
brought
is.
to you
That's
by
hilarious.
BNS Signs. Want your business to get noticed and stay that way? Turn to BNS Signs, proudly family owned and serving St. Augustine for over 50 years. From bold vinyl lettering to towering pylon signs, they specialize in high quality custom signage built to last. Their expert team handles everything: design, installation, crane service, repairs, and maintenance with fast responsive service that keeps your sign looking sharp. Make a lasting impression with BNS Signs. Visit BNS Signs because when it comes to signs, they do it all. All right, Troy, give us comments report.
All right. It seems like French toast is the winner over pancakes.
All right.
All right. I went with the powdered sugar.
Sleeper hit.
Kind of very French toasty, you know, but I'm a big fan of both.
Yeah.
All right. People brought up the Huddle House. The Huddle House is the evil stepbrother to Waffle House.
It's the Temu Waffle House.
Yeah, it's the Temu Waffle House. Who I think it was Bill that brought that up. All right. And the other thing that was brought up during the inflatable story is around that Christmas tree.
Mm-hmm.
Instead of having a very nice decorative picket fence or something like that, they had the metal barricades.
Yeah.
Boy, those are classy.
They're pretty.
Yeah. All right.
Maybe if we wrap them with cool tone white lights, it'll look perfect.
Yeah. Okay. All right. BP was at 262 and Wawa was at 265. You know, it's just one of those things with the whole lights things. You know, let your neighbors be neighbors.
Yeah.
Let them do their thing.
All right. Do we have a stardom stat?
Today's stardom stat, actually, I have to acknowledge that it is the 40th anniversary of the Challenger explosion and that disaster that took place. But I've done that, I think, every year since I've started the stardom stat. So I decided to go with We Are the World.
We are the world.
In 1985, after the American Music Awards is when they recorded this. I was wondering how they got them all together.
Yeah, all in the same place.
All in the same place. Well, it took
you don't
place...
get your goodie bag until you see
Yeah,
it.
you got to go see Quincy Jones. All right. But they recorded, it was the idea of Harry Belafonte. He went to Quincy Jones, and they put it all together. The song was written by, do you know who the song was written by?
Nope.
It was written by Michael Jackson and Lionel Richie.
I was going to guess Michael Jackson.
And Lionel Richie at the time. They wrote it a couple days before this. And so they recorded it on this day, and it was for African famine relief. Blake asked the question, here comes the escort back. Blake asked the question if the money actually went there. I couldn't find any where it didn't go there, Blake. But
percentage of proceeds make it
get a little entangled with government and
because
stuff.
Bono's Red Charity was just a scam.
Yeah,
allegedly.
Yeah, but I think one of the funniest things I remember seeing him in the video. Dan Aykroyd actually crashed the party. He wasn't supposed to be there.
I thought he was there because of Blues Brothers.
No, he crashed the party. He was not one of the ones that was he heard what was going on. He's like, I want to go.
Could you imagine?
And no one told him no.
Being surrounded by all of the best
The
recording artists in the world,
artists.
and you're just like,
And that's what he did. He was like, screw this. Everyone else is going.
yeah,
I'm going to sneak it. And Dan Aykroyd actually crashed the party. And he's in the video.
he is.
So
I thought he was there because of Blues Brothers.
No, he crashed the party. I thought that was hilarious.
That is hilarious.
Yeah.
So I thought you were going to say it's so funny because you see the people that are like trying to stand out and trying to riff on their notes. And then like Michael Jackson just side eyes them like, what are you doing?
Yeah. And Quincy Jones told everybody as they walked in, leave your egos at the door.
Uh-huh.
And I think most of them did.
Most of them did, but a couple of them didn't. And Michael Jackson gives them the side eye.
I did see Stevie Wonder side eye,
Rude.
What? Too soon?
Hungry for
Is it
real
too
Southern
soon?
barbecue?
That's
Head over to Sonny's
41
Barbecue.
years ago. I can make that joke.
Located at 2720 State Road 16 in St. Augustine. Start off right with crowd favorites like barbecue pork egg rolls, smoked wings, or the crispy corn nuggets. Then dig into their mouth-watering St. Louis ribs or try one of the Pitmasters picks with all the classic sides, including their famous garlic bread. Don't forget to wash it all down with their signature sweet tea. Sonny's, local Pitmasters since 1968.
I do have a little bit of a correction because you were asking about like where the funding for We Are the World went. So yeah, but so I actually got confused with Live Aid, the concert where Queen and U2 played. That money actually.
That's the one that money got tied up in the government.
Yeah, with the Ethiopian government. We Are the World still actually does. Actually did
I
go
couldn't
to.
find it. You said something before when I told you what I was going to do, and you said something, so I couldn't find where it was. So okay. Thank you for that clarification.
Awesome.
Wasn't a correction. It was a clarification.
Yes.
We like clarifications here. All right, Plug Stray.
All right. I don't think Aiden's going to be at trivia tonight, but Blake and I will definitely be there. It should be a fun night. We got Wager Wire tonight. We're talking a little bit about sports on Bollocks and other things that are coming up. Also, the Challenger, like I said, think about where you were at that time. Were you even born yet? You were born.
Challenger, I was born.
Okay.
Yeah.
Blake obviously was not.
I was 5.
You were 5.
And I was 4 for We Are the World.
Okay.
That's the way math works.
Yeah, that's the way the math works. I actually saw the Challenger blow up live. Like I was watching with my teammates. We had canceled baseball practice because it was too cold that day.
Yeah.
And that seems to be what the cold shrinking of the is what kind of got it done. So that was a rough day.
I wasn't at school. I was watching it with my godparents. And I think my mom was volunteering at my brother's school that day, and I wasn't in school yet, and so I was watching it there.
Yeah, no, that's one of those days you kind of know where you're at. I knew where I was at when President Reagan got shot. This one, obviously 9/11. Yeah, more recently. And there's certain days that
don't
you just
remember where you were at with Kennedy.
No, I was -5 at that time.
What? No way.
Yeah, so I was -5. I didn't come around until 67.
Okay.
So, but I was at baseball practice for Reagan. I was watching in the field down there, the Sanford area, which is only about 40-50 miles from Cape Canaveral, and then I was recovering from a hangover at 9/11. It was after a Monday night football game.
It was my second day of class, and there was like an EMP pulse that knocked out a bunch of our alarm clocks, and so I woke up and I was like, "Did anyone hear my alarm go off?" Because I was supposed to be at class, but obviously I didn't get counted absent, and everybody was in the suite watching what was happening.
Oh wow!
I was 45 minutes away from it on Long Island.
Oh,
it was the second day of class. My parents were supposed to be touring.
So you could still see the smoke from where you're at.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So they, my parents had moved me into my dorm, and that was going to be their day to tour the city. And my dad decided he would rather stay on the island than tour the city. They would have been on a tour bus in the financial district at that time.
Oh, wow.
Had they gone in.
Yeah.
So, yeah. Blake, do you have any plugs?
If you want to help support the Now for Now, or you want to bring your podcast to our studio, you can contact me at BlakeNowForNow@gmail.com.
Awesome. Don't forget to like and follow us on Facebook, Instagram, subscribe on YouTube, and Rumble. Bollocks tonight. Trivia tonight. Bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye.